know what time it is. 2 drinks with the fellas.
I think you know it.
This is more than a podcast with some real life conversations. Better get your drinks ready now.
Yo, what's going on, my beautiful peoples? It's your man's Ken, aka Mr. On My Grind, constantly grinding to get to that next dime. And like always, I got my partner in crime, and he is.
Man, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy B Mason. We about to get into that.
You already know, baby. And hey, you know what? It's November. Not only is it my birthday month, but also this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We got a very special episode. We're bringing our homeboy Puss in Boots back again. And we got one of the other fellas coming in a little bit later from Talk That Real podcast.
Yes, sir.
Say what's up, Puss in Boots. Let everybody know what it is.
What's good, man? Appreciate y'all having me back once again on the show, man. Ready to get into some male mental health awareness, you know, since we in that month and everything. So no, I'm looking forward to talking about it, man. I like to, you know, be able to, I guess, talk to men, especially our people, you know, about mental and emotional health. I think it's very, very important.
You already know. Now you know
Get our
just
minds
to get
right, you know, get ourselves prepared for not getting no gifts on Christmas, but you know, let's get just ready right now.
Hey, speaking of getting your mind right, bro, what you sipping on tonight?
Man, I had to go ahead and check out this Rebel, this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
It's pretty tough, but it go down smooth. Pause.
And I heard from a little birdie that finally Boots understood the assignment and he came through with a drink.
Yes, sir. Your boy making got an old fashioned right here, a smoked old fashioned with Woodford Reserve as the bourbon of choice tonight. Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay.
Nice. What you drinking on, bro?
Well, you know, the old lady come in the crib talking about who's the best, and I'm like, I don't know what you do. You know, you got to show me first. No, I was playing, but no, she came through. It's like, hey, I gave you choices. You could pick apple or vanilla. I say, you know what? I'm gonna fucks with that apple again. Pull out my apple crown again, baby. You know what I'm saying? Mix that with some cranberry apple juice. You know what I'm saying? Get it cracking because we about to dive into some shit. But first and foremost, like we always do, let's start off to another great episode. Toast to this motherfucker. Clinkety clink.
Clinkety clank.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, shit, straight out the bottom. Fuck it. Yes, sir. Because now, oh shit, that was a tough one.
Yeah,
right?
Boy,
Yeah.
mess over there.
Chase that with some water. You know what I mean? Some Coke, something.
Nah, I don't chase shit, but you know, I've been mixing these drinks lately, so it's been tasting really good.
I ain't mad
But
at
anywho, hey, real quick before we get this going, hey, shout out to Los. I hope you're feeling better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, G.
100, man.
But yeah, so B, I know you had one little topic you wanted to start us off with, man. Not a little topic, but a real topic.
I wanted to ask y'all on this man's panel, what do y'all think about y'all ego? Do you think you got an ego, and how does it affect you in your relationships, like relationship-wise with your spouse or with your friendships? Who want to go first? Or do y'all want
let's let Boots take the floor.
Okay.
Go ahead, Boots.
Man, that's actually a really good question. I think, you know, all of us have egos, you know, men and women. But since we're specifically talking about men, I think some men's egos are bigger than others. You know what I'm saying? Pause if applicable. But just speaking for myself personally, like, yeah, I absolutely have an ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man. However, I will say I don't allow my ego to overtake my common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're from KC, so you got an ego.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
he sound like he ran into some beef out there before.
Who, me?
Mr. On My Grind.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the last time the Bears went there, we got into some beef.
Is that what happened?
You're gonna have to detach them feelings real quick
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
gonna keep hurting you.
Right.
Trust me, I know.
Hey, facts, boy. Yeah. I'm sorry for you. The Bears, they ain't, you know what I mean? They just stay where they need to be right now.
Just to add on
it's
to
okay.
man's mental health. We
Yeah,
appreciate
exactly. Exactly. You just gotta accept it. You know what I mean?
that.
But yeah, like I said, man, I just try not to allow my ego to get in the way of my common sense. You know what I mean? Depending on the situation, sometimes common sense really has to, outweigh, even in my relationship, like with my girl. You know what I'm saying? If there is a situation that arises where, ego can kind of start puffing up, you know what I'm saying, and wanting to do whatever it wants to do in that moment, I think, like I said, sometimes you just gotta put your ego, put your pride aside, especially in them times when it's like, man, you know your girl, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she right, she right. And I try not to let my ego, come in between that, or me and my homies. Speaking of which, my homies just jumped on, you know what I mean? But yeah, even with my homies, obviously we all have egos, we all guys, but it's the same kind of thing, man. We try not to allow our egos to get in the way of our common sense.
Dope.
Yes,
Dope.
sir.
I like that. Hey, what's happening, Rece?
What's good, man?
And not
What's
much,
good,
bro.
Reese?
No, bro.
Salute, brother.
Salute, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
for sliding through for our man's mental health episode, bro.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. I'm glad y'all having me. I appreciate it, man.
Well, you looking
No
real
problem.
professional right now.
I'm about to answer. Did he have a job interview or did he go to court? Which one was it?
Hey, listen, neither one. I've been, bro. It's been a day, bro. I've been running, man.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna catch you up real quick. First, what you sipping on tonight?
1792, man.
Yes.
1792,
Yes.
man. Little.
Okay.
I am a
Fancy,
bourbon guy. I am definitely a bourbon guy. So a little 1792.
You gonna fit right in. We gonna fit right in.
Right.
I asked our first question, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what the question was. I asked, how do you feel about egos? Do you feel that you even have an ego? How do you feel your ego affects your relationships and also your friendships?
Man, like, I'd be lying if I said I did not have an ego.
Like, I think it's one of those things where it can be good and it can be bad, right? I think
Do I have an ego? Yeah. How does it affect things? I think it's just different depending on the situation. I feel like my ego has helped me be very successful in certain arenas, right? Like, because I'm like, I take pride in everything I do, so my ego is gonna drive me like, nah, I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna give it everything. I'm gonna be, great at everything that I do. So it pushes me to make sure I give everything I got. But sometimes, it gets me in trouble when I need to maybe stand down. It's like,
agreed.
sometimes even if I need to go apologize, and I got to put this ego to the side for a moment to go and apologize and to be able to, deliver what needs to be delivered. Definitely in a relationship, right? Ego can get you in trouble in a relationship with your significant other, because it's like, you can't have an ego and thrive. So you got to learn how to, in a sense, put that stuff in the right compartments, like at work or in a competitive market. My ego serves me well. But within a relationship with my lady, I have to put that ego to the side and sometimes be like, yeah, I was wrong, or I shouldn't have said that, and be able to, navigate that properly. And same thing with the homies, right? If you always trying to push to be right, the relationship, even with your homies, ain't gonna thrive the right way, because they're gonna be like, man, I ain't trying to talk to Rece, man. Every time I try to talk to Rece, he want to prove his point and say right. Sometimes you got to bow out of that too and be like, hey, man, you got it, bro. You right. So yeah, do I have an ego? Absolutely. Has it got me in trouble before in life? Absolutely. But has it helped me in a lot of ways too to be who I am? Absolutely. So I had to just learn how to have this ego, but use it when it needs to be used and shut it down when it needs to be shut down.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to piggyback
Appreciate
on that
that,
one for
Reece.
sure. I'm gonna have to piggyback on top of that one, because first and foremost, I'm a Scorpio, so you already know I got a motherfucking ego. Okay, it's gonna be the first to tell you. But just like Reese said though too, my ego has gotten me into some positions that I would have never dreamed to have. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm opportunist. I see the opportunity, I'm gonna take it because I know
Right.
I'm that nigga. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm that nigga, and I want it. I'm gonna get it. You
I
feel
ain't
me?
mad at it.
I
I ain't
mean,
mad at it.
Right.
I mean, real talk. I had a job in the past
My
that
attitude.
I left. Right? I had a job in the past where I left the company, came back, and within 1 week, I was the top salesperson after only being back for a week. And I said, I'm done being on the phones. I want to get into training, new hire training. And then I got it. And then it also allowed me to go live in El Salvador for 6 months to train. You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, it got me in trouble too because me being that nigga, I always felt like I knew everything. And I had to take a back seat sometimes, especially in relationships when, some of my ladies in the past would tell me, I'm not none of them workers at work. You ain't got to talk to me like that. I had to learn how to differentiate the two. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Rece.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you so used to being gung ho, boom, boom, boom. This is me. This is how I am. This is what I
This
do.
ain't the strip.
But
Right.
but I'm just saying, you had to get to that point where it was like, okay, hold on. Now I got to put that ego aside. You know what? I was wrong. I got to apologize. I mean, hell, that's why me and B Mace got 30 plus years of friendship since preschool, because we got to a point where I could allow, now let me rephrase that, not allow him, but I can allow myself to accept the constructive criticism because he telling me, bro, you're fucking up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that not only B Mace, but also my son really made me learn. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a Scorpio just like me, and he also watches everything that I do. And I don't want you to pick up these bad habits. Now I got to reevaluate. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? And making sure he see the better version of me. You know, so
You
a lot of
you
shit.
gotta have the real ones in your life, like where you can be like if you can't accept somebody correcting you and you ain't got no real niggas in your life to be like, nah, bro, you off or you was wrong on that. Like, you ain't gonna never get to where your true potential needs you to be because you're too busy, thinking you got everything together. And you need some real niggas in your life. Like, nah, bro, that ain't it.
We don't
Real
know
talk.
everything. We wake up every day learning something new.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have that mentality, then you fucking up, G, because shit, you ain't that fucking smart. Because if you was, you would have it all, motherfucker.
Right.
Right.
Nah, real talk.
Facts. That's real talk, bro.
Facts. I'm just keep it short and sweet. All y'all brothers gave some good points about egos. I did have an issue with my ego, especially getting into my relationship. It was a lot of times that, like my bro said, my youngest ones was the ones that actually had that ego die. Like it was, I would say a couple years ago, we had like a family dinner and I was telling a story, and my son had asked me about B Mace. I was like, son, that guy died a long time ago, but you'll be all right. So I had to understand, like, a lot of times I can't puff and be a big dragon in front of all these eyes. Sometimes I gotta deflate and just exit the room or something, or I gotta realize things ain't gonna always be how it used to be, especially if you're trying to make things work as a partnership. Cause like you say, egos is gonna tear relationships apart. So
Hell.
a lot of y'all men who don't know this, just take it easy, go slow. Um, reevaluate yourself if you do get into a situation where you need to show how brash you are. Just go take a walk or something, or rethink about what you believe you feel is gonna be the correct way to deliver your approach. Because a lot of times you might be a little hasty and you might fuck some shit up on the way. But I did want to go ahead and pass it
Hold
to
on.
my bro to get on his topic. What you wanted to
Well,
say
no,
on this?
I was gonna add to what you said. Talk about partnerships. I mean, Two Drinks with the Fellas is a partnership. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't already noticed, I'm a zodiac sign kind of person. I'm a Scorpio, and my partner in crime is a Leo. Two stubborn ass niggas.
Two
Okay,
stubborn people, boy.
exactly. So you understand? But even in this partnership, I mean, it's a reason why we've been friends for 30 plus years. Not only have we had those moments where I mean, hell, real talk. We've said this in the show in the past before. We was in fifth grade beating the fuck out of each other in the bathroom. Okay.
Pause that. We was
Yeah,
fighting.
Oh yeah,
pause.
We was
That's
fighting.
wild.
Hey,
we was
camera on me.
fighting.
We were fighting. It was throwing these. These bitches hurt.
Yeah, we was throwing hands. We was fighting like a motherfucker because I thought I knew everything and he thought he knew everything, and we
Yeah.
was fighting like a motherfucker because we was big shit. And then you
Mhm.
know who checked us? Mama Mason. Mama Mason is what 5'2",
Yep.
5'2". Now, mind you, I've been 6 foot since freaking fifth grade. Okay,
Mhm.
and B Mason is about 5'10". But we, Mama Mason come in there and check both of us, and we both, yes, ma'am.
Right.
She's like,
Yeah.
y'all been in Boy Scouts together. Y'all went camping together, going off. And it's like, guess what? That pride got put aside real quick,
100%.
Because if you don't check,
So
if
I
you don't
mean,
check that ego, man, like it can kill opportunities.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it really can. I really believe like my football career, cause I'll tell anybody, like I was great. But when I got to college, like my ego killed some of that because I knew how good I was. So I couldn't take some of the stuff that the coaches was telling me in some directions. I'm like,
Right.
y'all want me to sit behind who? Y'all want me to sit and learn behind, like, I'm better than them. Why am I learn what from them? And that was my approach. And it went to a coach put me aside, like, yeah, you know what? You are better than them. But it's your mindset to where can't nobody tell you anything or try to teach you anything because you think you better than them. You're like, you may be more skilled from them, but mentally you don't know the game like they know the game yet. And I was like, and ego, my skill set could have had me starting, but my ego probably had me third on the depth chart for a moment simply because I didn't want to learn. I'm like, bro, just give me the ball. And like, forget what all this other stuff we talk about. Put the ball on my hand and let it move. But like ego kills opportunity sometimes in anything that you do, because if you can't take direction and correction from somebody that's been there before you because you think you know it all, it'll kill it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna have to pop up right there. The more you know, direction and correction.
Yep.
God
That's
damn.
facts. Real
Dropping
talk.
some gems here, Rece. Dropping some
Yeah,
gems.
yeah. So that kind of goes into my next statement here, talking about taking direction and correction and dropping those egos. So there's this video that I've seen circulating, and it's this fine young lady on this other podcast talking about safe space. Okay. Now, since we in men's mental health, we're going to touch base on a lot of shit that a lot of brothers are uncomfortable talking about. And I don't give a fuck because I'm going to talk about it. Okay.
I got it.
So what she said is, because see, I've heard a lot of women, and I know y'all have seen this too, especially on social media. This is a social media era. Okay. Men are full of shit. Men are on bullshit. But I feel, and I completely 100% understood what this young lady said, when if a woman can't provide me that safe space to be myself 100, then you really not going to give me.
Man to open up to you and be vulnerable, that means he sees you as a safe place. Yes. And a lot of times as women, we want that safe space, but we don't provide that safe space. But when a man can say, oh, I can come and talk to you about my day or what I'm dealing with, or that I'm emotionally just all over the place, that's a compliment. But a lot of men don't feel safe enough to do so. So it's hard to get to know them because we don't give them a safe enough space.
So how do y'all brothers feel about that? Like, does the woman have to come and give you that safe space in order for you to give her your all who you are? Or are you just going to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to be me and she going to accept me either way it goes?
Let me
Does
get
that make
in on this
sense?
one. Let me get in on this one first. So I would definitely have to say it's definitely important to be with somebody that you can feel safe with and you can actually trust when you telling something, because a lot of times in relationship arguments start because they throwing up something from the past that you didn't told them, and then you was like, God damn, I didn't know I wanted to tell your ass no more now. And
Yeah,
then they
that's
think the
real.
shit is funny because a female knows the exact word to trigger their man. So if you tell them anything, this is for all the young dudes that happen to come across this episode. If you tell them anything, they will throw it in your face in an argument to try to break.
Unless they your safe space.
If you find a good one, they gonna go ahead and help you with that issue that you got going on. They not gonna throw it in your face. So
Right.
you gotta figure this out early, what type of information you can give people, because a lot of people, they just shut down. That's why you see all these relationships so fast, because ain't no relationship information getting passed back and forth between each other. They don't know if they got STDs, they don't know if they got babies on the side, they don't know none of this stuff. They just out here, we kicking it, everything cool, you cool. So it's best to find somebody that you can actually have trust in. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. If either one of y'all brothers want to jump in, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important, for your girl to provide a safe space for you. I think in a relationship, if you can't be your full authentic self, then what you in a relationship for? Because at the end of the day, if you can't be your full authentic self, you're holding back some of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, when you ask, will she just get all of you? Essentially, if she's not a safe space for you, then no, she's not going to get all of you. I mean, that's the trade-off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not a safe space for you to be in, then you'll basically kind of deflate yourself to basically appease her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like my boy B. May said, like, you share things with your girl, throw it back up in your face, that just kind of deflates you even more. So again, in turn, what a lot of men do, most men will do, is just, is just start deflating themselves, or just start to get quiet, and just kind of back away, which again, at the end of the day, then you're not being your full authentic self. And any relationship that you can't be your full authentic self in, it's not a relationship worth being in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, yeah, cool. You want somebody to accept you. That doesn't necessarily mean accept all your BS, but you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's just like, yeah, it has to be a safe space, for a man to be able to express himself emotionally, express, himself when it may not be in her favor. I think, unfortunately, a lot of women aren't used to that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times guys, they just don't feel like it's a safe space. So when you have a guy who is being his full authentic self, I think sometimes, women ain't used to that. Women ain't used to the emotional side of a man, and it just kind of gets dicey. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I agree with that.
I would say, like, too, like, I agree 100% with both of y'all. Like, but I think oftentimes people give too much of their authentic self too quickly.
I feel that. Yeah.
And sometimes, like, you have to nurture that a little bit, because if you just come out the gate, you're like, I'm just gonna be me and all of that. No, sometimes somebody has to be prepared for that in a sense. Like, we gotta build up some trust for me to trust you with every part of me, right? What I gotta know what parts of me that you can handle. So sometimes people just be like, I'm just keeping it real, and it's like, no, this ain't the time for that quite yet, right? Like let me feel you out, let you feel me out, let us get to know each other. Let's build some foundation, because sometimes people feel like the space ain't safe, and it's like, no, a foundation hasn't been built for you to share the type of weight you just tried to give this person. You haven't prepared this person to carry, what you just gave them, and then you mad because they dropping it or they can't handle it. You got to nurture the space first, like, together. Like, let's build a friendship, right? Because I think sometimes we just go straight in it, and we try to hand them all of this stuff, and we haven't built a foundation for that weight to be able to stand on, and it starts to crumble.
Yeah.
But if we take our time and, like, really build a friendship and start to develop these things where we organically just start to get to know each other, then I can begin to share more with you, and we can mature together. And then the lines of communication is open, where you can say, hey, I just shared something with you. Now we in an argument, you throwing it back in my face. Now you're making me feel as if I can't share something. And you can have that open dialogue if we talking two mature people, right? Now, and then you'll realize quickly, like, no, I can't give this person that type of thing. If once you all communicate these type of things, and the things don't change. But I feel like the foundation, sometimes people will be like, oh, this ain't a safe space, or you ain't creating a safe space. And it's like, no, the space just hasn't been nurtured to the point where it's safe for either person. Right. And sometimes you threw all this stuff out in the first two conversations, and she like, well, damn, you like,
you scare them off.
Yeah, you didn't gave too much too quickly, and they wasn't prepared or even ready to be able to handle that at that time. Right. But once you start building a relationship, definitely you building, y'all getting to the point when somebody loves you, somebody that loves you will handle your information different than somebody that's just getting to know you.
Right. And I'll add to that too. Look, sometimes people's full authentic self, they got some self stuff that's some bullshit. Like, bro, nah, that's raggedy. You need to change that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
like you know, he said, like,
this
dudes would be
just
like,
accept me for me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, nah, bro. Like, some of that
change.
is bullshit. You need to change. Like, no, that's not okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Oh, that's funny as hell. That remind me of a story. I know a friend of mine's and the old ladies was dating this person, and the motherfucker said, I'm reevaluating myself. I done found myself. My name is Sunshine Butterfly. Nigga, your name is Marcus. What?
Is this like this is real?
I mean, the information has changed. I changed it because I'm not trying to give people the info out.
I got
but
you. Yeah.
The part, the story is real. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And this motherfucker was all about polyamory and all this bullshit. First of all, bitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Being in a polyamorous relationship, I done did all my research. I learned about polyamory. He was just one of them niggas that was using it for bullshit because he wanted to fuck around. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, but no, I agree with everything y'all all said. Like, real talk. Like, I completely agree with that too. The bigger problem too, I also seen something on social media where someone said, we all say that the key to a relationship is communication. But what we also forget about communication is how you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can communicate till I'm blue in the face, but if you don't fucking understand, then we not really communicating.
It's all in the tone. It's all in the tone.
It's in the tone, and it's also what you're saying. Because if you really break it down, if someone constantly going, okay, let's put this in perspective, fellas. How many times we done heard ladies say, I told you this, and you still going against what I asked you? Maybe that motherfucker proving to you that they don't understand what you asking. You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
You ever thought about, I don't understand what you're asking me? Because you're saying it this way, and maybe you need to say it in a different way for me to understand.
Mm-hmm.
He dating radio. She doing?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm being for real though. I'm being on some real shit though. Sometimes motherfuckers need to understand is what you say and how you say it. Me, I can tell, motherfucker. But no, I'm just saying, like, on some real shit though, like just come from like my years of being in management. I can say something to Rece and you can understand what I'm saying, and I can say it to Boots the same way, but you're gonna perceive it totally different.
Yep.
That's the point. We got to remember that we all are different, because if we was all the same, we wouldn't go through shit. It would be boring as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the key, and the thing is, people say the key to a good relationship is communication. The key to a good relationship is effective communication.
Right.
There we go. Effective communication, making sure you understand what I'm saying and I understand what you're saying. There's also a reason why I feel the way I feel. And if you don't want to take the time out to understand why I feel like that, because that's another thing too. If I'm with you and I'm trying to be with you for the rest of my life, I want to understand why you feel like that. What have you gone through to make you feel like that? And it's not a lot of motherfuckers that want to do that either. They just want to say, oh, that bitch crazy. No, someone made her feel like that. Just like someone made you as a brother say, fuck that, I ain't telling nobody shit about how I feel no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reason behind everything. So let's stop judging each other, and let's stop putting a title on everything, and let's start trying to understand.
That's real.
Because the thing about it, like, people always, be like, well, that triggered me, right? That's the thing. It's like, oh, that triggered me. That's why I react. And it's like, okay, I understand that. I understand that triggered you. Let's talk about why.
There we go.
Like, let's talk about why that triggered you. Because if it's a trigger, that means it was there before I got here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a conversation about that. If it triggered me, that means it was there before you got here. And you're pressing or pulling the trigger that's already there. So in essence, this really ain't about you. It's about me.
Right.
And so now I gotta put down the magnifying glass and quit trying to make your problem look so big and pick up the mirror and do some self-reflection and say, what is it about me that's making this a trigger for me?
And that takes putting your ego aside.
Yeah, put your ego. It goes back to that. You got to put the ego aside and say, hey, this triggered me. Something you did triggered me. And I understand that it's not necessarily what you did. It's what it pushed on the inside of me.
Right.
And if I can unlock that, then I can go have a conversation like, this is why this triggered me. And then they can have a better understanding of, it doesn't give a justification of my reaction or action, but now they can hopefully have a better understanding of why I reacted the way, or why I did, or why I said it the way I said it. And then we can be like, okay, now we can navigate through some things and we can work some things out because we have a better understanding. But if everybody's sitting pointing finger like, change because you triggered me. It's like, okay, I triggered you, but let's it's deeper than that. Don't just tell me to change.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Just tell you. Yeah, go ahead, B-May.
It's kind of like you saying, I see where you're coming from when you actually listen to the person talk instead of just answering them before they finish talking.
That's real talk.
So again, that goes back to putting those egos aside,
man,
and then effective communication. Because I got to put my ego aside because you triggered me, but I got to self-reflect to understand why you triggered me, so I can effectively communicate to you how and why it triggered me. So now we working it out.
And I think sometimes it's painted a picture as being the only one with egos.
No, oh shit, hell no.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before you came in. I was like, yeah, men and women got egos. I think sometimes women have bigger egos, honestly.
We all got egos until that's understood.
But then the bigger problem too is, let's go back to the fucking Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? We a man. You know, you supposed to be a man. Don't be weak. Don't be a bitch. Man the fuck up. All that bullshit.
Right.
But we still got fucking feelings too. And we
100%.
jumping just like you. We bleed just like you. Shit fucked us up in our past that got us this asshole ass nigga that you love and want to be with. But there's a reason behind it.
That's real.
I'm not just a toxic ass nigga. I'm not toxic masculinity. I'm just a misunderstood person.
Feel that. Boots, you sipping slow, man. I ain't seen your glass lift up in a minute, man.
It's because my glass
is empty. That's because empty. We might need to make an intermission so he gonna make another one.
Pour it up, B.
Man, you know I'll be drinking fast, man.
Well, you also know that I edit this shit, so if you need to go make another one, go make another one, nigga.
Nah, it's all good. Hey, I felt like you was trying to like bully me into making another drink. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we were.
Hey, peer pressure, nigga, peer pressure. You see, all of us got our bottles right next to us.
Our bottle is right
bottles,
next to us.
Everybody put it up. Everybody put it up. Bottles right next. No, B, where your bottle? B Mace, where your bottle? B Mace, Rece. There you go. We got bottles right here, bro.
Hey man, don't be trying to pull me out here. You know what I mean? Make me look bad. What's up?
Speaking of which, I did have a topic I wanted to ask y'all about. You guys are on YouTube, so social media. What is y'all guys' thoughts on social media? How does it affect you guys personally, positively and negatively?
You want to go first, Nickel?
Man, I mean, the positivity, I mean, like anything in life, social media has its pros and cons, just like anything else in life. And it's a great tool if put in the right hands, and it's a bad tool if in the wrong hands, you know, just like anything. Like guns ain't bad. People that got them are, right? Like, you know, so like straight up.
Agreed.
Like, some people got them. I got one. I'm gonna protect me and mine, right? But
Facts.
I ain't going out here shooting up no mall, right?
Right.
So I think it's the same way, like with social media. Like it is a great tool. It allows you to connect with people. The networking part of it. Hell, look at us here, right? You know, like the networking part of it allows you to do things and be and connect with people that you may have never had a chance to connect with.
My bad.
Never a chance to connect with if it wasn't for us, like a social media. But then it's the bad part of it, because it's giving everybody a voice, and and I know like we doing a podcast right now that's giving us a voice. Everybody don't need a voice, unfortunately.
Oh, sure the fuck don't.
You know,
Some of these motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, real
yeah,
talk.
because like I done seen some people say some stuff like bro, in real life you'll get smacked in the mouth.
Right.
Like
real talk.
for saying some of this stuff that you saying behind this keyboard. Like, and I'm telling you, like, if you can't say this in somebody's face, don't type it. You know, it's like so that's where the bad part comes of. Like, it gives everybody opinions and like in all these things that it robs some and I think even the good part of connecting with people where you feel like it's good, sometimes it'll rob even a true connection.
Yeah.
Because, like I remember one time, like my mom's asked me, like one of my homies I grew up with, she like, how's such and such doing? And I'm like, oh, they good. But then I had to be like, I'm saying they good because I seen them post the other day and they seem good based off of post, when in actuality, I really didn't know because I hadn't talked to my homie in a couple of months. But it gave the illusion to me because we didn't commented on each other's status a little bit that I knew that this person was good. In reality, we probably all have been there where we didn't post it, maybe a joke or a meme or some funny stuff. And on the inside, we ain't feeling jokey or funny at all.
Right.
100%. LOL.
Right. Face straight to the mug.
Right.
Straight face.
Be mad, be halfway through a bottle, crying like a motherfucker, talking about LOL. That shit funny as hell.
Nah, real talk, boy. Fact.
Falling down the wall, crying and shit. I mean, that's the thing. Social media helps give us that mask that we couldn't have in the real world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know plenty of people, B-Mace, you do too, that talk about, you know, they out of town living it up and they at a hotel down the block. You know what I'm saying? You know, what glimmers on social media ain't what's in real life. You know what I mean? Mugs think, yeah, they doing good. I seen on Facebook, they living it up. And they literally don't even have a job and they living check to check, living out their car.
You know they be teaching them editing classes when they go get their eyelashes done. They be putting all them secret locations all on their pictures and shit.
Hey, real talk, boy. That's facts.
Yeah, bro.
Social media is power now.
Social media allow you to be it allow you to create whatever persona you want to be.
You know what I call it? I call it social media is the new Halloween. Because you could be who you not.
True, 100%.
Real.
And you can do that 365 days a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, you know, for me, I don't really have a big social media presence. I mostly use mine.
Yeah, you sure the fuck
use
don't.
it, right? But when I do use it, it's mostly just for like my YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, in that way, it is good. Like if you have a business, you're trying to expand your business. If you have a podcast, you have a YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, you know, all the stuff that comes along with that. You know, like my guy Rece said, you know, that allows you to, you know, make new connections. You know what I mean? Connect with people that you ain't connected with for a long time, old friends, family members, you know, stuff like that. So I think in that way, it is very good. It's very good to, you know, see businesses that might be on social media that you didn't know anything about. So I think there are a plethora of good, you know, usages for social media, you know, and then of course on the bad side, I think one of the biggest negatives, in my opinion, is just allow too much access. You know what I mean? Too much access to just people and things and stuff like that. You know, I think social media now being probably one of the biggest causes of failed relationships, because, you know, dudes, they'll see something on social media like, oh man, like I could have her, or I could have had her, or even women. You know, I'm sure women got a billion men a day sliding in their DMs.
Punching that wall when they see him on the social
right,
media.
exactly.
Like, I chose the wrong one.
Exactly, man. So it's too much access, and it's always, you know, a situation where people can just kind of compare. You know, dudes comparing their girl to a, you know, IG model chick, or women comparing, you know, they dude to another dude, or, you know, you comparing your life to, again, the life that
somebody else's life.
Yeah, and the thing
portrayed,
is, like you just said, portrayed, exactly. It's like a lot of just portrayal of life and not necessarily what is actual life. So, you know, you get the comparisons and stuff like that, and you'd be like, man, why ain't I taking trips like them? And it's like, well, you don't know that they broke while they taking these trips. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't know that they house is in foreclosure. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of, it's pros and cons, just like with everything. It's pros and cons.
You know, they taking these trips because they couch surfing. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking trips. They just have no choice because they ain't got nowhere to fucking stay.
Yeah, they stay with their parents or something, man.
They ain't got no bills.
Right.
Like,
Ain't got no bills.
Right.
Yeah.
They got no bills. And I think
Right.
a lot of times social media allow people to, like, it has caused people to not embrace moments because they just too busy trying to capture the moment so they can play.
Yes.
So,
Because it's the little shit. It's the little shit that count, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead, concert.
They can't enjoy the concert because they're too busy trying to film the concert to show everybody on social media that they're at the concert.
Right.
Instead of just being in the moment.
Facts.
Exactly. I mean, let's go back to the first.
We actually
sneaker
gonna
ball.
go to my point real quick. So I wanted to say social media on the positive side. It is good for networking, like Rece and my nigga Boo said. When you get to network and you at a long distance and you ain't got to walk into an office or walk into a club and say hello to this person, you can actually communicate and get ideas across virtually.
100.
That's one of the good things. I would also say reconnecting or getting caught up on current events. Like if you're not in touch with people you haven't seen in a long time, that's a good way to use social media to kind of check up to see if you can reconnect or exchange contact information. Negative side, I will have to say back in the day, I did not have a MySpace. What else was popping back then?
Black Planet.
Black Planet. Yeah.
Black Planet. I didn't have one of those.
Showing our age, you know what I mean?
I do remember AOL online when we used to
AOL chat.
B-Maze, you really showing your age, bro. You really showing your age, man.
That AOL chat, that AIM.
We was over there talking slick on there, and that was just whole child predators on that motherfucker trying to get us. But I'm glad social media got us wise on that. And shout out to Chris Hansen. Y'all have a seat. But I just want to say another negative about social media. It just it does fuck up relationships, especially if you out here trying to compare, or if you out here showing interest in a whole bunch of shit, and then motherfuckers follow you that you have enticing entanglement with. It kind of fucks shit up because it builds a little bit of distrust and a little how should I say it, nervousness inside of the person that you with, because they looking at what you want and what they don't have. So
yeah,
a lot of people on social media take this stuff a little bit too serious, but I think it's best that a lot of us take a break from social media from time to time. This is to my young brothers out there who like to stunt and show money and stuff online. Why don't y'all take a break? Just take a month or something. Apply all that energy that you got to actually building something, and then once you do kind of like pop up and not just show money, then come back on the social media. I'm also gonna take my own advice one day. I'm probably gonna take like just a little hiatus on social media for a little bit, but it's good to kind of disconnect, especially we talk about mental health and Men's Mental Health Month. A lot of times you got to get your mind away from certain things that's gonna get your head in the wrong place. You got to be right with God too. I ain't spiritual and I ain't perfect, but a lot of times you got to figure out yourself. So
100.
Let me add to that.
That's
go ahead, go talk to y'all peoples. Go ahead, bro.
Let me add to that too. I mean, that's the bigger problem too. Now that we in the social media era, it's easier for people to think that the grass is greener on the other side. And what they don't realize is like what we all just touched base on, filters and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Much showing you what they want to show you. You know? I mean, like I was
to a
just
date and they be like, where your dog and knows that, where your dog knows that you had on in the picture.
Stupid.
Like, that was a filter.
But no.
Like,
But no, I mean, like,
dog, I am so disappointed.
Speaking about talking about our age, our dude said she showed up talking about she looked like Janet Jackson. She looked more like Freddie Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's real
Black
now.
Friday.
It is, okay? But no, I mean, like, you know, that's the bigger problem too. You get to see these things that look better on this social media. And then when you fly
nobody
these...
posting I'm crazy. Ain't nobody out there like, you know,
right. Ain't nobody posting. Ain't nobody posting that on the other side of this camera is nothing but a mess because I'm depressed.
Right.
You know, nobody being real and 100. You know,
Exactly. They not gonna post their downfalls. They only gonna post their positive shit.
That's
right.
real.
Right. You know, so talk about men's mental health. Guess what? We be depressed. I get up and I come into my living room from my bedroom and I'm like, God damn, this house is a mess. And I'm like, okay, I got to clean today. I'm off today. I'm going to clean. And guess what? I'm going to be real with y'all. I will sit here and take 3 hours to clean my little ass living room and just get so anxious because it's so much I got to do. Then I take this garbage from the living room and go to the kitchen. Fuck, now I got to clean the kitchen. Now I'm starting to clean the kitchen. Now I'm like, shit, okay. Now I'll go to the bedroom. Fuck, look at all these clothes. Okay, let me go, you know, it's like, dude, life is chaotic. Let's, you know, but no one's going to be real on social media and say, guess what, y'all? Look how messy my house is. I'm depressed as fuck. I'm anxious as fuck.
Bro, you got it.
I'm going crazy right now. I'm trying
what
so
about that
hard.
video? What about that video you was talking about where they was going for real on social media?
Oh, okay. Next subject. Prime example. Hey, good segment change, bro. Love it. So there's this video going out, right? It was a video of a young man in the bathroom. I guess he was getting ready for work. And the wife came in recording on live. And she said, what did you just say to me? And he said, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I work 60 hours a week.
Damn.
Can't take care of your kid and our kid. And she said, what you mean? And he goes, okay, we got a kid together. Then you got a kid before we were together. And she's like, but we're married.
Repeat what you said. Look, I told you, I'm not doing this. Look, I can't support my own kids and then take care of yours. Like, it's mine. Yeah, yours. My kids. Your kid. That's what
Okay, but we're married, so how is it my kid?
Yeah, we got our own, then it's yours off to the side. Like, I can't do that. What is that?
What do you?
Why is that?
But these sound like questions that you should have been asking before we actually got married. Like, you came in with knowing.
And he was like, right, but I'm killing myself to take care of our kid and your other kid. Now, here's my problem with that one. I'm going to start this one off, okay? My problem with this is, motherfucker, you married her, though.
Right.
Okay? Before you walked down that aisle or went to that fucking courthouse and said, I fucking agree and signed that fucking paper, did you not know she had another kid? Because I'm sorry.
Behind her the whole time. Like,
but my point is this.
Whole time?
Exactly. Like, how the fuck did she have this? You know what I'm saying? Because all the best pussy I ever had was a bitch that had a kid. Okay? Not gonna hold you. Okay?
Chris Hansen, y'all laughing real quick. Come here.
Y'all laughing because y'all know I'm being real. You know what I'm saying?
Some of these chicks don't or deny. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just that's for real though. On some real shit. On some real shit though. Like I'm a habitual baby mama lover. Okay? No, yeah, that too. But no, I'm a habitual baby mama lover. I love a bitch that got kids because they love you different than a broad that don't have kids. Okay? Like that's just me. Not gonna lie to you. So I know this is a package deal. I know that I gotta be the ultimate stepdaddy because you come with a package deal. This is a bundle. Okay, I gotta accept it all. But I'm putting myself in that position. Like, I'm sorry, I don't agree with the young man on the video because you agreed to that when you signed that fucking paper. There's a reason why I just turned 39 2 weeks ago and I still never been married. Okay? You got married to her. So did you not know she had a kid? Did she just pop up and say, oh, sorry, I got this kid? Did she wait over 72 hours so you couldn't have known this shit? Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on now.
I would just ask, like, I think this goes back to like communication. Like, yeah, you tired, you working all these hours trying to take care of you, her y'all kid together and the kid that she had before you. What have you communicated to this point?
Exactly. What have we talked about? But then that also falls back into another thing. Did she give you a safe space to do this? Or did she just expect you to be a man in this situation? See how all this ties together, though?
But my thing is sometimes, like, even if she didn't give you a space, like, you working 60 hours a week and you tired, you need to say something, bro. Like,
100%.
Like, at this point, I don't care if the space is safe or not. Listen, I'm tired.
Right.
My issue, and I ain't seen the video. My issue with this is, why you walking in here live, trying to catch me on some other stuff? Like,
right.
Like what we on right now? Like what?
This is our conversation. This is our shit.
I'm not trying to put on for clout. I don't need no clout. Like, why are we live right here? Like, I probably wouldn't even responded to anything. You walk in here on live asking me what I just said. You know what I just said, and you got the nerve to try to walk in here and put us out there. Cause like what my lady, I'm like, we try our best to be like, we are a united front in front of people. We got our problems. But in front of everybody else, they gonna think we cool. Behind closed doors, we'll work out whatever we need to work out and try to fight.
Rece, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I feel you on that. I tell my lady all the time, baby, it's me and you against the world. They don't need to know what the fuck we going through. What we going through is what we are going through. Not me, you, your friends, your mama, your sisters, your cousins. It's me and you.
And it better fucking slide.
Message.
Like, and that's how you got to be. Don't walk in here talking about what we just talked about, and we on live. If we on live, you better have come into here and been like, "Hey, I feel like we just talked about some real stuff. We're gonna go live and we're gonna share this together." And I'm gonna have to sign off and be like, "Yeah, I'm cool with this," but don't try to come put me on blast.
Because if they're in the wrong state, he could sue her for that because he would have to sign off on being on live.
Right. Don't come on here on that Jada Pickett stuff.
I totally agree with y'all brothers on that. Like, for real, like, if you gonna do something like that, I kind of differ. I kind of side with the dude a little bit. Like, I can understand why he's tired. He's working all these hours. I think he expected a different reaction from her to see if she would actually put in some effort to try to help out. Because a lot of times, again, this is a partnership. So we both is working to get things done. It's not.
He knew she was. He knew.
But let me add to that. Let me ask you this question. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Did he ever bring it up before?
Yeah, he had to tell her and then let her know, like, hey, I'm breaking down. I'm getting to the point where I might not be able to make 60 hours. Like, I'm cracking on the inside. This is me giving you my cry for help. So,
but did he do it?
A lot of people might think he was weak for even asking, but at least he asked, because you feeding kids is not cheap, and especially you feeding somebody else that's just sitting around because you know they at the crib eating up them snacks that you bought.
Facts.
While you at work,
and they have no concept. They have no concept on how it even got here. I mean, I worked at Jewel Osco in my high school years. I seen how many motherfuckers pay for their food with credit cards and not debit cards and cash because it's expensive as fuck. But again, did they have that effective communication about it before we went live?
I don't know their personal story, my brother, but I hope she does get government assistance, because they can get food stamps, they can get WIC, they can get all that type of stuff.
No, because they married and it's two incomes. Trust me, that's why I'm not married.
So
definitely if you work 60 hours.
It's just hoping that she's putting some type of effort in on her end, because it sounds like that little man's back is about to break.
Because it sounds like it's a cry for help. It really does. But I mean, like, it ties all into everything we done already talked about, though, too. She ran to social media, and have they ever sat down and effectively communicated what's going on? Because clearly she was surprised and had no idea he was breaking down. You see what I'm saying? Like, all this shit ties together. She may not have gave a shit, or she may not just didn't know and she felt bombarded. Let's think about it from that aspect too. Because he been doing it and never said nothing about it. Now all of a sudden he's just blowing up. But why? But why did he all of a sudden blow up though? Have you given him that safe space to make him feel that he could have said something about it? See how this whole episode just ties in together?
The safe space turned into a live.
Because of social media. Because of the social media era. Because she felt like that's what she needed to do to get everybody on her side.
She was so in shock that how dare you ask me to go work to help get us food? How fucking dare you ask me? Everybody listen to this. Listen to how cruel my man is.
But why did he get to that point? Because clearly he was doing it with no problem before.
Rich niggas making poor decisions. Shout out to Lupe.
I mean, they had a small ass bathtub. That was a fucking small apartment. I'm sorry. Let me show.
Hey, he just
yeah. You chill out over there. You chill out. So I definitely want to say we had some great topics that we talked about tonight on this man's panel. I do want to throw out tonight's You Cool as Hell Award segment, which was this African-American family who wanted to go into the house, but there seemed to be something stopping their young daughter before getting in the house. So before I indulge on what occurred, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my guest, Rece and Boots, and then I'll pass it off to my bro, and then I'll close us off for tonight.
Get up, boy.
Hey man, so this girl just runs into the door. Like if I'm a father, I'm upset right now because I taught you better than this.
Hey, that's funny.
like I have like you running into this door is a representation of me, and I don't. I'm like I'm probably not even checking to see if you're okay. Like, what are you doing? Get up, And I got twins. I got twin 7-year-old girls. So like I can picture this happening, right? It's like how did you just like the daddy walked out the door like he was like, what the hell just happened? That's how I'll be like, then I'm gonna look at the mama like, so you just letting our daughter run into the door like this.
Hey Rece, I'm gonna let you finish, but you was right on that. The dad acted just like the average dad. He came out and he was like, "Get up, Gwen." He didn't say, "Are you okay?" He just said, "Get up, Gwen." If y'all listen real close.
See, yeah.
Get up, boy.
Yeah, like get up. What are you doing? Like you got it. Like dads are often we check if you all right after the fact. Because first we have like get up. What are you doing?
We do.
Then you get in the house like, baby, you all right? You all right? You cool? We got to be a little bit more aware. We're gonna give you a lesson in this. Like that's what happens when you don't pay attention. You run into shit like we gonna give you lessons and stuff like that. But yeah, you cool as hell when you run into a damn door that's closed.
Hey, did y'all consider the fact that little girl might be blind? I don't think none of y'all considered that fact. Y'all just watched the video and y'all laughed. That little girl may have been blind. Yeah, you know what I mean? And by the way she ran into the door, she might be blind. I'm 90% sure that little girl is blind. I'm just saying, because here's my thing. I'm 100% sure that door was not that clean to where she just didn't see it. I'm positive that door was not that damn clean. I'm just saying. And actually, I seen the girl behind her. I don't know if that was her mom or aunt.
That was her mom.
That was the mama. That was the mama.
Definitely her mama.
Like she giggled too. And so I'm like, I mean, I can't help but laugh.
That is not the first door she's ran into. Her mama acted too cool.
Yeah, she's too casual about it.
She's too casual. She was like, damn, again.
Which goes, you know what? Which adds more credence to my theory. The little girl is blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
When have you ever seen a blind person run?
Often.
Never.
Often.
Only with hard souls.
Often.
She ain't had no stick or nothing, so stop it. Because right now is the learning ages. They would have been teaching her how to use that fucking stick and take her time. So stop it.
Maybe she lost her stick.
The mama was in no haste to help set her food down slowly.
Mama was exhausted. Right. She had that Chick-fil-A in her arms.
Okay. So all right, okay. So it's my turn. Okay. Now this is what I'm gonna say. I feel bad for the shorty because ever since I became a dad, shit makes me emotional when I see a little kid hurt themselves.
We gonna rewind back 5 minutes where he said "fuck them kids." But,
right, exactly. Yes, exactly.
But now, on some real shit though, I'm gonna blame the motherfucking mama. First of all, you see your child running full force into the door. You see what I see. I see her running, and there's no door open. Stop running. She ain't said shit. I don't give a fuck how tired she is. You can say, stop.
Slow down,
okay?
Baby.
Yeah. Right. Stop running. Right. Slow down. Hey, hello. She's the adult in this situation. Okay? Wherever the fuck the daddy was, I'm gonna punch him in his throat too. Because his goofy ass should have been standing there. I don't give a fuck where we at. I don't give a fuck if they came home after me or what the fuck ever. As soon as I know that they at home, guess where the fuck I'm at? I'm at the door, holding it the fuck open. So, don't blame the motherfucking parents in this one.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate on that. What if he was putting the other baby down? What if he brought the baby in first and then they was coming in from the car?
That's right. It don't fucking matter. Hold on. Exactly. That nigga came to the door. When he opened the door, you heard his fucking house shoes and sliding. Okay, so stop it. All right.
Hey,
stop. Shut up. Pause. It's my turn. You shut the fuck up. Hey, you shut up. It's my turn. Let me talk.
Get it.
All right. So again, the parents is cool as hell because first of all, the mama seen her running, and his goofy ass, as the man of the house, should have been standing there holding the fucking door open.
They probably from down south. Them mosquitoes big as hell. I'm not holding.
I don't give a fuck how tired I am. I open the door and make sure my girl and my kid get in the house.
Big as hell now.
Thank you. That knot is hell. That knot is a fucking Siamese twin on the side of her head right now. But she ran into that motherfucker hard as hell. Okay, but still, Daddy should have held that fucking door open, and Mama should have said, "Stop running, baby." Something. They didn't do nothing. She just walking and said, when she ran into the goddamn door. But you saw her running to a closed door. You got more common sense. Maybe that baby got more common sense than she do. Maybe that's the problem because some people don't deserve kids. But I digress. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna let P-Mace do his thing.
Window cleaner. I need to know what type of window.
That window was filthy. That window had to be Windex. I promise you that was a commercial for Windex. Right. That was perfect.
This is what happened when you're like, this is it. That's a clean ass window.
Bro, that window was filthy.
Puss in Boots called her a bird. Office windows. I don't know what the hell going on. They didn't give this little girl the red pill from the Matrix. She thought.
Hey, that window clean. Shit. That window clean as hell, B.
Exactly. That shit looked spotless.
She thought it was open.
She thought she was Kitty Pryde from the X-Men. She can't phase through that shit.
Through that, right?
You can't do that.
She got hit by a linebacker.
Got better
hey.
No. Wait. She got better service than Axel Foley. Got straight through that window. No security. I hope she ain't Junior Seau now. Shout out to that family.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and clearly she should have known that the door was not open because clearly they must have moved into a new house, and she didn't know that the door was not open. That's what I'm gonna say.
The way the mama and daddy acted, this happened before.
She was just excited to be home.
Blind.
Or Boots said she done did this before, and Mom was like,
again.
This again. This again. Stop getting y'all kids straight out the car after they fall asleep in the back seat, because you know how they act when they get home.
She was excited to see her daddy. She ain't seen daddy all day.
This punk ass should have came out to the car.
Yeah, that might be fair.
Disney slide right over here for that happy moment. But I know she woke up and I know she regretted every bit of this. Shout out to them parents, because I know y'all tired, but y'all need to hold that door open regardless of the mosquitoes. But
I'm calling the people on y'all parents.
See,
I'm calling DCFS on that ass.
DCFS,
Child services.
Y'all come and get this award because that family fucking deserves it.
All right, hey, it's been another great episode. Y'all know how we get out. Hey, you got any shout outs for us, bro? Any new things coming up in the new year? Because we about to come up to the new year, 2024.
Okay. I mean, same old, man. You know, once again, I appreciate y'all for having your boy on. Also, I did drop a new project for mental health, men's mental health awareness. It's called Life, Love, and Leftovers by B.
Fire.
Period Harris. So yeah, man, go check that out. I think it's very fitting for what we did tonight, man, talking about you know, men's health awareness. So yeah, go check that out. Life, Love, and Leftovers. And as always, LayItDown Gaming YouTube. That's it.
Rece, what you got for me, brother?
I mean, first of all, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Definitely great episode. Take your mental health in the serious, man. Like it's real out here. Like you matter. Like your mental health matter. We all matter out here. So take care of yourself. Take you some time to do something you love. Not what your lady love, not what your kids love, not what everybody else love. Do something you love with your time and take some time for yourself. You know, check us out, Talk That Real Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know, check us out. Follow us on Talk That Real Pod on Instagram, YouTube, and all that good
stuff. Link
stuff.
in the description.
And we appreciate y'all, man. Mental health, man. Take it seriously, man. I'll drink to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm with you on that. Clinkety clank.
Yes, sir.
I lost my bottle. My bad.
It's all good. It's all
there
good.
There you
go. B-Maze, what you got, bro?
I just want to shout out to these two brothers for coming on for our men's panel, Rece and Puss in Boots. I want to shout out to our fans. I hope y'all having a safe holiday. Today is Black Friday. Y'all don't get too crazy when y'all get out in these stores. And I just want to go ahead and say y'all can go ahead and share this video because it's important to us young men. If you're going through anything, there's always some people you can reach out to. There's a bunch of mental health lines y'all can call. Just rethink about stuff, you know. If you want, leave a comment. Let us know. We'll respond back, interact with you. But we can go ahead and close this out, bro. Happy Thanksgiving.
I don't know who needs to hear this. Y'all do not need another flat screen TV. I know it's Black Friday. You do not need another big screen.
I need 3 more.
I know how we get out. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification. This motherfucking crown that got me tweaking.
All right. It got you ready for the missus.
Yes, sir. Hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell to know when our show will arrive, baby. You already know. Hey, again, much appreciation to Rece and Puss in Boots. Hey, much love, brothers. Thank y'all for coming through and stopping in, you know what I'm saying, just talking shit with us, man. Y'all talk that real, we talk that shit. You feel me? And guess what? 2024 finna come. We about to have that talk that shit. It's gonna be 2 drinks with the fellas and talk that real. Trust me, this is only the first. This ain't the last.
100.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
and,
it.
And we gonna get Los healthy. So we get Los ass up in here too. You feel me?
100.
Shout out Los.
Shout out
Los. Exactly. Get better, brother. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got some shout outs to a couple of different peoples. But you know what? On some real shit, on some men's mental health shit, hey, we matter. That's the point. We matter. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to be a man and sit here and toughen up and be a man. But it's okay to also say, hey, I can't. I need some help. That's what we fail to remember sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It takes a stronger man to say I need some help than a stronger man to be silent and not do nothing. Okay? Remember that. Key. Send this to everybody because there's some females that need to send this out and listen to this too and send it to some males that they know they need some help too. All right?
Ooh, that nigga gay. That's what they gonna say. Right? They gonna say that stupid
but guess what?
Shit.
Well, guess what? Then they got the problem, and that's on them. Okay, and then we leave them motherfuckers, in the dust at the last station because we moving forward. 2024 about to come, and we getting it on. And you're doing 2 drinks for the fellas. We out this bitch. Peace.
Rick Sanchez, that nigga.
Hey, that's hilarious. That Rick Sanchez. That's crazy.
Y'all know what time it is? 2 drinks with the fellas.
I think you know it.
This is more than a podcast with some real life conversations. Better get your drinks ready.